So these are my new plants that I just bought from Home Depot. As you can see, I repotted them already, and I put this succulent, aka angel kissed succulent, into an old Barnum Bailey's cup. Well, I'm sorry, Ringling Brothers clown cup that I've had since I was little, and I wasn't using it really, so I just planted that in there, and it fits perfectly. So that's that. This is an elephant bush, and I will also leave a link to all of these plants and their descriptions in the comment section or description section. Yeah, this is an elephant bush. It is not toxic to animals, which is why it's called an elephant bush, because elephants actually eat off of these in Africa or in different countries. So it's not toxic to animals. And I also bought another snake plant, and this one is actually bloomed very well. Like, I picked a good one that didn't have a couple of leaves in it. The last snake plant that I got actually had 2 separate plants in it, which is how I even got to the last snake plant that I had 2 separate snake plants in one pot when I bought it from the store. So I just separated them and put them in 2 separate pots, but this one itself just has 1. So we will see how this turns out compared to my other ones. And I did sprinkle a little water on the top of the angel kiss succulent. I did water these from the bottom because especially the elephant bush, it was very dry. And then I watered the rest of my plants today as well. And my larger plant that had the spider mites in it, I completely rinsed it out in the tub. So I'm watering everything today. That way I put everything on the same watering schedule, even though these plants right here don't get watered as often. In these next few videos, I have screen recorded the process in which I have used these great services of using my iPhone camera to capture the QR codes from all of these plants that I bought from Home Depot, and they will then take you to the website which you can use to identify the plant, and they also give you tips on how to take care of it. But for my purposes, I use the QR code to first identify the plant, and then I will later use that to research the name in Google, as you can see here. And once I've got the name of each plant, I will then do my more thorough research of the plant itself, making sure that I look at the images and make sure that it is the correct plant. And then I will also go through Google and do my more thorough research, like I said before, and see what the actual needs of taking care of the plant is. Do they like direct sunlight? Do they not like direct sunlight? Can they be watered within 2 to 4 days or 4 to 7 days? Where do they like to be placed? What kind of soil do they use? What their history is? Are they good for animals? Are they toxic for animals? I look for all of these things when I do an extensive Google search. And I only use Google now because I don't actually have like a household plant book, but I'm definitely thinking about investing in getting that. So the rest of this process, I am not going to have any commentary, but it's just going to show you the other few things that may pop up on Google when you go to research a plant. You may or may not want to know these things, but it'll be a very good idea to do any type of research on any new plants that you bring into your home or decide to grow yourself. So this is my plant that had the spider mites. And I just unwrapped it from the stand that it was on. I had a piece of twine that was connecting it from here to like the plant stand. And I took that apart. I first sprayed alcohol like on the soil itself 2 to 3 straight days, and on the leaves too. Today, this morning, I gave the plant a rinse in the shower. As you can see, I have the entire thing in the shower. And we have this shower head that comes out with the hose on it, and it filters the water. So I use this, which is also good for it too. I use the shower head to just spray down the entire plant. Make sure I got the alcohol and the neem oil out of the soil. I made sure I sprayed the front and back of all of the leaves of the plant. And then after I let the water kind of drip dry off of all of the leaves, I went back and sprayed the leaves, the front and back, with neem oil, as well as the soil. I sprayed with neem oil. And the plant itself has just been sitting here for, I say maybe 4 hours, and the leaves look pretty dry now. They're shiny, but they're not dripping with any oil or water. So I'm just gonna let this sit here a little bit more, just for the sake of the soil. And I'm also gonna find out where I want to put this now, because I don't think I want to put it back in the same spot where it was, so the soil could get dried out every day. But yeah, this is how it looks. Also, if you need to, you can take any of your plants and soak them in the tub. Well, not actually soak them, because this plant itself does not have holes in the bottom of the plant pot. But if you need somewhere to water your plants and you live in an apartment, you can easily put your plants in your tub or your shower or your sink. You don't have to go out and buy a bucket or something really, really expensive. You can just use what you have. Utilize what you have. This is my other plant, and I decided to move this to the bathroom for now. There's not much in here. This heater doesn't come on, and it's old anyway. So I may just leave this here or move it into my bedroom, but I know for sure the soil will be fine here. It's going to thrive in the bathroom. So I actually decided to put the old snake plant and the new snake plant together in my room next to my revamped upcycled lamp from my old video, which is also right in front of my window, in front of the AC that we never use at all anymore. So we'll get ample sunlight, and it'll also help us with recycling our air in our room. I have added my new plants where the old ones were, back on the plant stand. I haven't put the large plants back in this spot yet. It's still in the tub, but as you can see, I added the succulent here, and I added the elephant bush here. And as you can see, my rubber plant still has one leaf and a new pod grown on it. It's doing very terrible. And this is how the plant used to look. And of course, the devil's ivy cannot die, so it's doing fine.